Hello, and welcome to the guided practice for PS number 2. This should be somewhat familiar to you from math classes you may have taken in the past. And for those who are not familiar with this, no reason to panic. This is actually much easier than it looks. Okay, so we're dealing with a lot of probability. I mean, it's kind of in the title, probability and statistics. That's what PS means. So the probability of when tossing a coin 2 times, what is the probability of getting exactly 2 heads? So, okay, we're going to toss a coin 2 times. So a coin has 2 sides, right? So that means there's 2 different possibilities, either the head side or the tail side. So there's 2 total possibilities whenever you toss a coin. So right there, let's start writing some fractions. So we'll go ahead and draw a fraction line, and we're going to put a 2 at the bottom because the bottom here, the denominator, that is going to be the maximum possible options that could happen with whatever action you're taking, whether it's flipping a coin, tossing a dice, picking from a number of clothes that are different colors, like whatever the total options are, that's what's going to go on the bottom. Now, you're going to have more than one fraction, but it's not always going to be the same amount of fractions. The numerator, we're going to come back to that in a bit, but let's focus on, first we've got the denominators, then let's look at every other action we're going to take. We're going to toss a coin 2 times, so that means we're going to have 2 fractions, because you're going to do 2 actions. You're flipping a coin, and you're doing it twice. So let's do another fraction. And when you flip it the second time, you still only have 2 choices, 2 options, heads or tails. So the denominator is also a 2. Now the numerator, what is the probability of getting exactly 2 heads? Now before we can find that final probability, let's look at the first coin over here. The first coin, I have 2 possible choices. Only one will give us heads, right? So that's what the numerator is. The numerator is the thing that we're trying to achieve. So we're trying to get heads. We don't want tails. So out of 2 possibilities, there's only one that will achieve our goal, which is of getting heads. And when we flip it the second time, we're trying to get only heads, so it's the same thing. Heads or tails, only heads will make us happy. The other choice will not make us happy, so a 1. Alright, so we've got 2 fractions here. But what do we do with it? So we're getting closer to the end. You're going to multiply them. Okay? And this might take you back a bit, but multiplying, first you're going to check to see if you can do any cross-canceling. But 1 and 2, no greatest common factor. 1 and 2, no greatest common factor. Okay, so then we're just going to multiply across. So our final answer is 1 times 1 equals 1, 2 times 2 equals 4. So our final probability is 1 over 4. Now it's possible they may have your answers in percentages, which means you're not going to be able to stop here. So again, think back. How do you turn a fraction into a percentage? Well, you do top divide by bottom. So top divide by bottom is going to bring you with 0.25. And then how do we turn a percentage or a decimal into a percentage? Twice to the right, giving us a final answer of 25%. So that is the probability, if we flip a coin 2 times, of both of them being exactly heads. Alright, so let's take a look at the next question. Okay, so number 2, when rolling a number cube once and flipping a coin once, what is the probability of rolling a 6 and getting heads? Alright, so let's take a look. We're rolling a number cube once. Alright, now first of all we're dealing with cubes, right? So cubes have how many sides? 6. If you take a cube and you count up the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 sides. So denominator is 6. And we're going to flip a coin. Oh, and we're going to flip a coin. So, okay, so we got 2 actions going, so 2 fractions. The first one has 6 choices. The second one only has 2, right? Flipping a coin. Heads, tails, no other options. So what is the probability of rolling a 6 and getting heads? So now they're mixing it up. We're not just rolling dice. We're not just rolling coins. We're doing a little bit of both. And it doesn't really matter. You're still going to solve it the same way. The denominators won't match, and that's fine. That doesn't matter. You just you just deal with what you got. All right. So 6 on the bottom, 2 on the bottom over here. Again, we're going to end up multiplying all fractions. If there's another action, like maybe flipping a cube or coin twice or 3 times, and you would just continue to add fractions. You don't have to have just 2. All right, so with the cube, a number cube has 6 sides, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So rolling a 6, that's the first action. We're rolling a number cube. There's only 1 6. So out of 6 choices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only one of them will make us happy. We'll achieve our goal, the 6. If we get 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, the 5 other choices, those will not meet our goal, so we don't want those. There's only a 1 in 6 chance of getting that 6. And then with getting heads or tails. If we're trying to get just one of them, we only have a 1 in 2 chance of achieving our goal, which is heads. All right, and again, you're going to look for cross-canceling, but it doesn't look like there is any to do here, so we'll just kind of skip ahead a little bit and multiply. So 1 times 1 is 1. And 6 times 2 is 12. All right, no cross-canceling. No simplification or reduction to do. So it could be 1 over 12 as your answer, or you might have to divide, which gives you something like 0.083. I know it's an ugly 8 there. Which move it twice to the right to turn it into a percentage, and you get a final answer of 8.3%. Okay, and that's it. There's different variations of this where you'll have more than just 2 actions to do, but it doesn't matter. You just keep multiplying more and more and more. There's not really any other tricks to know. So if you have any questions, ask me in class, and good luck.